Are you a songwriter? Are you looking to turn your songwriting passion into a full-time gig? Whether you are just at the start of your songwriting journey or a seasoned industry professional, this show is made for you. Welcome to the Songwriter Show, bringing together songwriting news, interviews, and community. Now, welcome your host, Sarantos.
Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to the Songwriter Show, right here on Reality Radio 101. I'm your host Sarantos, a solo music artist who's been writing lyrics for as long as I can remember. Words are so important to me, and that's why I'm thrilled to host this show for you every Tuesday evening. I believe in my heart that every song is a story. Tonight's guest is Taylor XO. He's a Billboard charting singer, songwriter, and rapper. After years of primarily doing R&B and hip-hop, Taylor has shifted over to his roots of rock and alternative punk with his new album, The Last Heartbreak.
And now, welcome this week's special guest.
Welcome to the show, Taylor. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well, man. So you got the cool vibe going on here. Tell us a little bit about how this came to be.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm very happy to do the show with you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, for like the past, I want to say like 10 years, I've been doing like primarily R&B and hip hop music, and it's what I really grew up on, actually. My mom was playing R&B music almost all of my life, like Aretha Franklin, Janet Jackson, the Alicia Keys, and then my dad was playing the complete opposite. And as I got older, I got more into rock, and I got more into like Nirvana, and then I got into Blink-182 and Good Charlotte, and then my career, I guess, has kind of followed that same pattern. I started off in R&B, and now I'm back in rock.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about, do you feel like you have an advantage, spanning genres like this? Do you feel like it's a little bit easier for you to come up with something unique?
That's actually a really good question. In a way, yes, because I feel like we don't have to limit ourselves as like singers and songwriters to just one genre. Everyone enjoys to listen to multiple genres of music. So I feel like as artists, if we feel the need or the urge to want to just go to a different genre, we should be able to. And I've been lucky enough to have the freedom to be able to do that over the years, and I consider myself lucky. But it is nice when like you have new listeners come in that are like, oh, I really enjoy like this style you do, or I enjoy that style you do. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us a little bit about what is your instrument of torture?
Oh, my instrument of torture. In what way?
Well, I meant like, what do you play? Do you play something, or do you just sing? Or I was trying to be funny.
I mean, I used to be able to play guitar, piano, and saxophone, and then when I started singing more, I kind of like forgot those instruments. But they're at the core. I just gotta kind of refresh.
Yeah. Okay. What is your process like? How do you come up with a song? Do you start with beats? Do you start with
a little bit of both, actually, because I'll have an idea in my head, like a concept, and then I'll have like key sentences, key points. I might have like a melody that I'm playing with when I think of like choruses, and then I'll reach out to my producers and see if they have anything along those lines. 9 times out of 10, they know exactly what I'm thinking, and they got me. So okay. There's been a couple times where like my producers have sent me like a track, and I've started writing to a track. So it's like a case by case scenario.
Okay. Is there a musical inspiration you have? Like, who would you want to be in a room with, dead or alive?
Oh, that are alive. Oh, I think it's all kind of very random, but like I would want to be in a room with Janet Jackson. I think she's so incredibly talented and like literally the queen of R&B and the queen of pop, honestly.
Yeah.
Rock wise, Oh, that's alive. Okay. I'm like, my go-to answer, he's not alive anymore. But let's see. I would probably, I mean, my favorite band growing up was Green Day, so I would probably pick Green Day.
Okay, that's a cool band. All right.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your touring schedule. When's the next time you're going to do a show? How often do you like to do a gig?
We have my album. We had my album. Bleh, excuse me, tripping up on words.
No problem.
It's all good. So we had my album release show actually a couple weeks ago. I normally do a lot of shows in Los Angeles. We're looking at starting a tour actually in February that will hopefully be like a little mini tour of like Southern California, New York, Texas, Miami, hot spots.
Yeah. Okay. Is there a certain song that you're really proud of, something you've released over your career that you think really just kind of when you sing it or when you hear it, it really hits home for you still?
Actually, yes. It's the ones that I just released, actually. I think I've reached a point in my songwriting and in my creating process where I'm not afraid to be 100% vulnerable anymore. And like when I sing these new songs that I've put out, they're like it's the first time that like I'll stand behind all of them and be like, I'm so proud of them.
Yeah. And that's a process, right? A lot of times we, especially initially, think we put out what we want to hear, we think people want to hear, and then as you really get more vulnerable and more authentic, not that you're not, but you think you are, but you're really not, then it just gets even easier, and then it really rings true to you.
100%. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah. What do you have planned for the next year that you want to share with the fans? Anything exciting?
Just this new album. I'm so excited to like go into a new genre. Like I have already heard such like good things, like a good response from the album so far, and I'm excited to play more shows. I'm excited to do more of like my rock and my alternative punk like style. So it's almost kind of like starting over again, which is it has like a new fire to it. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. How often and how long do you practice in a given week?
In a given week, I would say it's probably like 2 or 3 hours a day. I'm either practicing my singing, I'm practicing my songwriting, I'm just constantly trying to like push myself to keep going and be consistent. I feel like once you stop or like once you take a break from it for too long, it kind of is harder to come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we all feel like that we're going to get a little stagnant or something, right? If you don't keep doing it all the time.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you were mentoring someone young that just got into this, what would you tell them about like the biggest mistake to avoid making?
Oh, the biggest mistake. I've made plenty. I would say the biggest one to avoid making is listening to others tell you the kind of music that you should be making.
Yeah.
That's
well said, man. Yeah.
That's my biggest mistake that I made when I was younger. It was the thing. I don't regret anything, but it is the thing that I do wish like I could have avoided.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I gotcha. How do you respond to someone that, sometimes there's a little bias, people in the arts. So when someone is like, oh, what do you do for a living? And you say, oh, I'm a musician, I'm a rapper, I'm a singer, I'm whatever. How do you respond to them when they give you a little bit of lip, or like a weird look?
When I was younger, it used to bother me. It used to be like, I kind of would feel like these moments of insecurity. But now I kind of look at it as like, okay, I mean, like, that's just your opinion. I am lucky enough that I can do the things that I love, and I'm lucky enough that I can pursue the dreams that I have, and I'm lucky enough that I have an outlet where I get to share my creative process and I get to share my art. So I mean, like, if anyone has a problem with it, it's really not that big of a deal to me.
Yeah. And honestly, right, it's more their problem than yours.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I think as we go through our careers, I think the arc is kind of similar. I think in the beginning you spend a lot of time wondering and worrying about what people think and say and do. And as you get kind of in this special groove, I think you just kind of let it go and just keep trying to get better. And again, if they have hate in their heart, that's really their problem.
Oh, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I've very much have learned and stuck by the quote of like, what people have to say about me is none of my business.
Yeah. Okay. What was your first job?
I was a busser in a pizza restaurant in San Francisco.
Okay. And it sounds like it was a lot of fun, the way you're kind of laughing about it, right?
It was a lot of long nights, and it was a lot of hard work, but I mean, it was a good first job. Yeah, I made a lot of good money, and it wasn't the worst situation to be in.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us a little bit about the coolest road trip you've ever been on.
Coolest road trip. I would probably say actually it was last year. My ex and I drove from here in LA to Las Vegas, and we decided on the way to like stop at all those random spots that are in the middle of nowhere, like those like really like those like diners that like that there's like you have to get off the freeway and drive for 10 miles just to like actually get to the diner.
That's
like,
the worst. Yeah.
I was like, I want to know like what kind of places these are, and that was just a road trip that took us 8 hours to get to Vegas, but we like stopped every hour and a half. It was actually pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what the worst is? When you're hungry, you're like, oh, I got to just put some gas, and you think it's right there, and you get out and it's like 5-8 miles away, and it's just like, I hate that.
Oh, it's the literal worst. And I think at some point you just have to like laugh and be like, okay, I guess this is just going to be our situation.
Yeah. Tell us about this song. Tell us what you want us to take from it, what inspired it.
You is oddly, I mean, just to be completely blunt with you, it's that moment after a breakup where you're kind of running through you're running through your whole relationship, and you're looking at the ups, you're looking at the downs, you're looking at the problems you had, and then all of a sudden you're kind of just having these angry moments of like, all of this happened because of you. Like, look what you did. You did this. You did that. Like, what did I do to deserve this kind of treatment? Like, what did I deserve? What did I do to deserve being treated this way? Like, it's you. You're the cause of it. So, yeah, it's kind of like one of those angry songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the whole album is based on the stages of a breakup that we all go through. You know, the shock, the depression, the grieving, the acceptance, the anger part, and this is just kind of the angry part.
Okay. All right, I'll tell you what, let's take a listen to it, Taylor XO, and then we'll come back and talk, okay?
Sounds good.
Awesome, man. All right, everybody, check this out.
I said I wouldn't, so I guess we both lied. 'Cause if you can't keep a promise, then why should I? I know I said I wouldn't commit the same crime, or leave our dirty laundry out to die. I wish I could be as cold as you, deliver blows as low as you. I gave you control over my peace of mind. I gave you the world while you burned mine. How can one day you say I'm simply the best, then the very next day I'm kicked out like all the rest? You, yeah, you. What did I do to deserve being broken by you? You, yeah, you. Look what you made me do. Now you can feel the same as I do. I think the idea of you clouded my head, 'cause even at your best didn't match what you said. Tell me, how many times did I have to pick up all the pieces when your insecurities personified lashed out to cut me speechless? You should be grateful for this little taste, 'cause we both know there's worse shit I could say. You, yeah, you. What did I do to deserve being broken by you? You, yeah, you. Look what you made me do. Now you can feel the same as I do. You, yeah, you. Look what you made me do.
All right, man. That's a cool song. Thank you for sharing it with us tonight on the Songwriter Show.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome, Taylor. Where do you see your career arc? Do you think it's in the beginning, the middle, the end? You know, where do you see yourself at?
It's funny, me and I have a very close group of friends now, and we were all kind of talking about this actually the other day. My friends have started a new joke where they feel like they have a little like RIP to kind of like my old music, which is like almost just kind of like a funeral of like all my R&B music and my pop music and my hip hop music, because now I'm in this completely new chapter, and it's like I kind of feel like I'm almost like at the end beginning, like I'm at the end of my old career, beginning of my new one, and it's weird. It's a little weird because I feel like I'm in foreign territory, but like it's pretty cool. So I'd say beginning, actually. I'd say I'm in the beginning now.
Okay. Is there something that gets you really excited about the next 6 months?
I think performing again, and like performing in a new style, in a new genre. Like it has me super excited. Like doing the shows that I have done already with my new music, it's a completely new performing style. And it's, like I said, like it's just like it's a brand new start. It's amazing. I love it.
Okay. Tell us what you absolutely hate to do. It's got to be something.
Oh, something? I have a list. All of them, honestly. I have two. In my day-to-day life, hands down, it's dishes. 1000%. Like my daily life, dishes. Every apartment I live in has to have a dishwasher. It's I can't do it. In my professional life, the thing that I actually hate doing the most is when I'm recording songs and stuff. I hate doing background vocals more than anything. It is the thing I hate the most. It's the thing that I leave off for the last part. I can't handle it. I always end up start singing the lead again. Like my brain does not want to be in the background. So I always trip up on it. And my engineers always get so irritated with me. But it is that I would say that's the part I hate the most, yeah.
It's definitely different, right? It's not for everybody. Like some people are killer backgrounds and some people just, I hear what you're saying. It's definitely a little different, and it's definitely something you have to get used to, and you have to really, it's like a whole other skill set, man. It really is.
Oh yeah. I mean, I had to teach myself how to find harmonies better, and and I'm really working on the backgrounds, but they're just, my brain doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, I hear you. What do you think is an accomplishment that you're most proud of in your life?
I would say when I first charted on Billboard would definitely be up there. I think like as a kid, that's when you start out in like the music industry, that's the goal. It was like, I just want to be like on a Billboard chart. So I would say that. And then I got to headline my own show here in LA at the Viper Room. So that was like having your name like up on like the Viper Room billboard on the Sunset Strip is like next level crazy.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I'd probably say that actually. That for me was like, okay, cool. I've done something.
Yeah. And if you think about it, right, how many people have actually accomplished that? Not many.
Not many. It's really cool.
Yeah, awesome. Where can people buy your stuff, stream it?
Everywhere. Spotify, Apple, Tidal, Amazon, YouTube Music, all of it's under Taylor XO. Yeah, I'm everywhere.
Okay, awesome, man. I want to thank you so much for being on the show tonight, dude.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so much fun. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. And thank you to all the fans out there for listening. We both hope your own unique story gets heard around the world. My name is Sarantos. Please join me every Tuesday night to hear other amazing artists share their fascinating behind-the-scenes stories right here at the Songwriter Show on Reality Radio 101. Have a great night, everybody. I love you guys.
Party
Thank you for listening to The Songwriter Show. To keep the momentum going, head over to www.songwritershow.com and join our free music community of artists, songwriters, and producers. That's www.songwritershow.com.